In this quick guide, I'm going to show you how to create an interactive quiz using a tool called Lumi. It's super handy for building H5P activities, and the best part, you can work offline. Let's dive right in. Alright, first things first, go ahead and open up your browser and type in Lumi. That'll bring up the official site where you can download the app. Once you're on the Lumi website, just click on the download link right there. Choose your operating system and download the installer. Once downloaded, follow the installation prompts. Lumi works on Windows, macOS, and Linux. Once it's all set up, look for the Lumi icon on your desktop, double-click it to open, and we're in. From the home screen, you'll want to click on the H5P editor option. Next, click on Create New H5P. This is how you start building your quiz or any other interactive content. You'll now see a list of different content types: quizzes, interactive videos, flashcards, you name it. Scroll through and find the one that fits what you want to create. As an example, let's create a single-choice quiz. Scroll through the list, or just type single-choice set into the search bar to find it faster. When it appears, you might see a button that says Get. That just means Lumi hasn't downloaded that content type yet. Go ahead and click Get, and it'll install it for you. Don't worry, it only takes a few seconds. Once it's ready, the button will change to Use. Click that to get started. Alright, now that you've clicked Use, let's give your quiz a title. You'll find a field right at the top. Type in something that describes your activity, like quiz, equipment safety, or whatever your topic is. Next, scroll down to where it says Question 1. This is where you'll type in your actual quiz question. For example, you might write, "What should you always use when cutting food in the kitchen?" Next, let's add the answer option. Right below the questions, you have the spaces to type in your answer choices, labeled as alternatives. Just type each option into a separate field. Note that in this case, first alternative is the correct one. So we will enter the correct answer as our first alternative, which is A, cutting board. Next, let's add all other options, as a towel, your hand, a plate. By default, there are two options given for alternatives. If you wish to add more, you can click on Add Answer and add more options. You can also shuffle the answer choices using the Order Item option beside each alternative. Let's interchange our first and second answer options. If you want to add more questions, just click the Add Question button. You'll get a new blank set of fields for the next one, and the process is exactly the same. Before finishing up, take a look at the settings at the bottom. You can even customize the feedback messages, like what learners see if they get a question right or wrong. You can also choose whether the participants can make multiple attempts, whether to show solutions after submission, set the pass percentage. You can also test out your quiz using the Preview feature. Scroll all the way to the top and click the Preview tab. Make sure everything works the way you want it to. This is a great way to catch any little typos or errors before sharing it with learners. Once you've created your quiz in Lumi, there are a few easy ways to share it with your students. Option 1. Upload the quiz to Moodle or another LMS. If your institution uses Moodle, here's what to do. Save your H5P file in Lumi by going to File, Save As. Choose Location. This creates a .h5p file. Log into Moodle and go to your course page. Turn editing on and add an activity. Choose H5P or interactive content, depending on what your Moodle version supports. Upload the .h5p file you created in Lumi. Save and display. Your quiz is now live for students to use. This is best for Moodle, Canvas, Blackboard, or any LMS that supports H5P. Option 2. Share the quiz as a web file. If you're not using Moodle or any learning system, you can export it as a standalone web file and share it with your students. To do that, just go to the top menu and click on File, then choose Export and select HTML. This creates a single .html file that works in any web browser, no internet needed once it's downloaded. Now before you hit Export, you'll see a few checkboxes. Let me quickly explain what each one does, so you can decide what's right for you. Show rights and permissions. This option will add a small section at the bottom of your quiz, showing who created it and what license it's under. Like a Creative Commons notice. You can check this if you're okay with sharing that info. But if it's just for class, you can leave it off. Show embed link. This one adds an embed button underneath your quiz, so someone else can grab the code and embed it on their website. This isn't needed, so feel free to leave it unchecked unless you want others to reuse your quiz. Include reporter. This adds a little report an issue button that lets students send feedback if something's not working. You can leave this off if your quiz is good to go. You can also specify the display settings, or simply just leave it to default settings. Once you've selected the options you want, click Export, choose a location on your computer, and save the file. You'll now have a single .html file that opens just like a website. Alright, once you've clicked Export and saved the quiz, let's find where it ended up on your computer. So go ahead and navigate to the folder where you saved the file. Now, here's the fun part. Double-click the file and it should automatically open in your default web browser. And just like that, your interactive quiz is live and ready to use. You can go through it just like your students would, answer the questions, get feedback, and even retake it if you want. Once you're happy with how it looks, you're ready to share the quiz file with your students. You can upload it to Google Drive, OneDrive, attach it in an email, share it via a storage device such as USB, or even upload to your class platform, and they'll be able to open it the same way. Now that we've looked at how to make a quiz in Lumi, let's take it a step further and create something more dynamic. Let's create an interactive image hotspots using Lumi. This is a great way to turn a static image, like a kitchen layout or a piece of equipment, into something your students can explore. Let's get started. Just like before, open up Lumi, then click on the Editor tab. Now click on Create New H5P to open the content type list. Scroll down to locate Image Hotspot, or search using the search bar. If you see a Get button, go ahead and click it. Lumi will download it for you. Once it switches to Use, click that to begin. If it's already installed, just click on Use. First, give your activity a name. Something like Know Your Kitchen Equipment. Then, click Add Image and upload the photo you want to use. This could be a kitchen photo, an equipment diagram, or even a floor plan. I have already downloaded an image, which I am going to use for this demonstration. You can choose your icon type from the given list, and also choose your icon color. Let's choose an info icon. Now for the fun part, adding interactive hotspots. In the hotspot position section, click anywhere on the image where you want the first hotspot to appear. You can drag it to adjust the exact position later. Give your hotspot a title. Let's label it as the turntable. For the pop-up content, you can choose the appropriate content item. Let's choose text and enter a description. Let's add some more hotspots by clicking on the Add Hotspot option. Let us add hotspots for microwave controls and the cooking cabinetry. When you're happy with your setup, you can preview your H5P interactive image hotspot. Now you can test each hotspot and make sure it opens the right content. Just like we did with quizzes, you can now go to File, Export HTML, choose your export settings, and save the file. Once it's saved, you can share it with your students by uploading it to Google Drive, Moodle, or simply emailing the file. They can click around and interact with the image in any browser. And that's it! You've just turned a regular image into an interactive learning activity using image hotspots in Lumi. It's a great tool for visual learning. Give it a try with your own photos. By now, you've seen just how easy it is to create engaging and interactive learning content using Lumi. So go ahead, try it out with your own content and see how your students respond.